Hello class, it's me Mr Matt again, and today in art we're going to be looking at African masks. On your table you should find a book of African art by Stefan Eisenhofer, and in here there's detailed a lot of masks from the areas we've been looking at. From previous lessons we've been looking at the Benin Empire, we've been looking at the traditions, the cultures, the ceremonies and the religious beliefs of these people, and we're going to use all this information that we know to produce the masks today. If you pay particular attention to a mask on page 36, page number 40, page number 50, page number 68, and finally page number 76. Using the information and the detail in these masks, I'm going to produce my mask today. For the first part of the mask making, we're using a mask template like this one, using artistic modelling rock, and we'll also be using bowls of water. We may have to share materials doing this, but this is what we'll be doing this morning to actually build the mask up itself. Now a quick warning, using the mod-roc is going to be a little bit messy today, so make sure we cover the tables first with newspaper so it's easier to tidy up afterwards. I'm going to start by covering my mask with Vaseline. You're only going to want to smear a light layer of Vaseline on. This is going to make it easier to take the mod-roc off once it's set. So all you need to do is put a light amount of Vaseline on your fingers and gently smear it very finely across the mask like so. Okay. So take your mod-roc, which I've already cut into nice manageable pieces for you, and what you want to do is dip it in the water so it all goes in. Don't keep it there for too long. And you take it back out of the water. You're going to place it onto your mask, smoothing out all the bumps. It's made of like a clay kind of plaster material, so you want to smooth it out just like so. If you require, you can cut the pieces into smaller shapes. This will make it easier to mould into the eyes, the mouth, the nose and any other detail that you might want to build into your mask. Once you've fully covered your mask with a mod-roc, make sure you've covered areas where it may be a bit more vulnerable, like the nose, around the eyes. So in these areas, in fact in most areas, make sure you use layers to build up strength within the mask. Once you've done that, you may want to start thinking about adding detail to your mask from the pictures that you see. I quite like the mask here on page 68, the Mofondo mask, and what I'm going to incorporate is this nose into my mask, and I'm going to build that into my mask using the mod-roc. Okay. As you continue building in detail, think about other areas of different masks that you like. I'm quite taken by this Kifwebi mask here, and I like the mouth. I think I'm going to attempt that on my mask. Hi class, as you see I've got changed and I've allowed my mask to dry a little bit. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to reinforce the mask around the edges, just making it a little bit stronger when I take it out of the mould. I also like the goo mask here with its studded effect. Now I can't stud the mask like this one here by making indentations, but I'm going to try and make this effect within my mask. But what I'm using now is these little metal beads, and I'm just studding my mask's head right on the crown of the skull here. Got this idea from the goo mask, and once I've done this I'll leave the mask to dry before we move on to the next phase. So now that your mask is dry, we're just going to apply this coffee solution onto the mask to stain it to make it look like wood. Now be careful because the coffee solution is quite warm, it's lukewarm. You don't want it too hot, but just be a little bit careful when applying the coffee solution to your mask. So with my mask now dyed with the coffee, the next task is to do the hair. Now what I'm going to do is I've got bits of rope here and I'm actually also going to put them in the coffee solution to dye them a darker colour. So now that you see my mask is dry, you can see some of the features from the book. I chose to use the eyes from the Diangle mask. I used the studded head from the Goo mask. The hair comes from the mask on page 50. The nose is designed on the Monfondo mask, and the mouth from the Kifwabi mask. Think of the cultures in the book and the different designs of a mask when designing your own.